Okay, today I'm going to show you a 5 operating system laptop computer. How is it possible? Believe me, it's possible. Anything's possible. Well, this is Mandriva. And let's see if I can get in a little closer so you can see the screen. This is a special boot menu for Mandriva. Damn it, it's a freaking camera. It's a Polish camera. Anyway, Mandriva is made by Linux. It's a free operating system. Well, this version you have to make a small contribution to get this one. This is Mandriva Linux Power Pack 2010 edition operating system. This is a 64-bit operating system. I can boot this operating system, or I can go to boot Microsoft Windows, which I'm going to do that instead. Now here's the other partitions right here. These two here are dead, so I can't erase them. Those were mistakes, but it's trial and error. This one up here is early version of Windows. That would be Windows XP. So I'll boot this up. And now Windows XP will come on. And here we go. You have Windows XP coming up. By the way, this is an Acer laptop. It had 160 gigabyte hard drive by Hitachi, a small SATA hard drive, and it was 5200 RPMs, which wasn't good enough. I went out and bought there was this crap. Don't install. No, remind me later. Alright. I had updates for Adobe. But anyway, I went out, bought a 500 gig SATA Hitachi 72 RPM hard drive and installed it myself. Now, also, let me speed this up. I'm gonna restart the computer, and I'm gonna show you the other operating system. That's one operating system that I showed you just now, Windows XP. Now, computer boots off. Everything's up to date with the updates, and also all the Microsoft Windows are activated with the product key. So everything's genuine. The only two that you don't need a product key for is the Mandriva Linux and another operating system called Ubuntu. I'll explain that in a minute. Now the computer's booting up. Let's go back into the Mandriva boot menu. And I go back down to boot Microsoft Windows, continue to go to Windows Vista Home Premium. Here we go. Windows Vista Home Premium coming up right now. Just because a computer has limitations by its company, like I went to the Acer website and it said this model is only compatible with Windows XP and Windows Vista, but not Windows 7, which is a crock of BS. Wasn't satisfied with what I read on the internet, because I proved the company's wrong. So there you go, Windows Vista. Also I have angels in the background, but I'm not going to wait to a minute. If a minute passes by, the angels burst into flames, and then the patch mode send me an angel plays in the background while the angels are on fire, but I'm not going to demonstrate that right now. So I'll just exit out of Windows Vista, and I'll just restart the computer from here, and I'll go into Windows 7 just to give you an idea how this works. So far you've seen two operating systems. The computer's going to boot up, and any day now. Oh, by the way, there's 3 gigs of RAM memory in there too, so it's pretty fast. So I go back down to boot Microsoft Windows. Now it's rigged for Windows 7. Press enter. Now Windows 7 will boot up on the same machine. Actually, this is a live video shot while being recorded, just showing you that I'm not pulling your leg. It's an actual laptop. Okay, now Windows 7 comes online. Home Premium. And this, alright, 5 minutes and 20 seconds. There you go, Windows 7. Look at that. Now, I get out of Windows 7. I showed you Windows 7. And I'll show you the last two operating systems, which are interesting. Now I'm going to show you an African operating system called Ubuntu. The next time the computer boots up. And I have 4 minutes to do it because Facebook only allows you 10 minutes worth of video. So I gotta be quick about it. Now the computer boots up. And by the way, that's my hand right there. Now I'll go to boot Windows one last time. Now Windows, well actually Ubuntu is attached to the partition of Windows XP, so the second you press enter, you press down on the down key, so that way it doesn't boot up Windows XP. Now I boot up Ubuntu, and anyway, Ubuntu is an African operating system developed by Linux for a third world country, Africa. People donated their computers, their PCs, their old PCs to Africa. So Microsoft and Macintosh, Apple Mac, didn't want to participate in giving them the software disks because those companies would lose money and giving them the software. So Linux is a rogue company, independent, it's a free software. Invented Ubuntu so that way they can operate on both Apple Mac and PC computers. Well, now this is on the internet right now. All the drivers are there for all the operating systems pretty much. So this is Ubuntu, what it looks like and everything. I downloaded a shitload of games, as you can see. Now I'll go over here, I'll restart the computer, yada yada yada. Now restart, it's asking to confirm. Now it's restarted. I got 2 more minutes. I hope I can do it within 2 minutes. Now I'm going to boot up Mandriva Linux just to show you. And here we go, booting it up. Mandriva, and here we go. This is a beautiful operating system, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. They also have a free edition on their website, www.mandriva.com, and you can download this as an ISO file, and you would need additional software to convert it from ISO to a bootable disk. And let me put my password in, something plain and simple. Now Mandriva Linux starts up. I have 1 minute left, and oh boy, this took me 10 minutes. I'm looking at the counter on the, okay, like I said, this has some unique capabilities. Just giving you a brief demonstration of Mandriva Linux, and shut it down, turn off computer. You need an ISO converter. You can go to cnet.com and type in free ISO converter software to convert the ISO file into a bootable DVD disk. And then you have the operating system. You do the same thing with Ubuntu. Comes in desktop version and a netbook version. Well, thank you for listening, and this was Rockaway Park Tech Support.